Pidgin live with Andy Bumatai. Ibala out plenty, that's no lie. That's what the Hammer Jang Gang like for see. When we tune in, we get that guarantee. Daily Pidgin live with Andy Bumatai. Turn on the camera and let 'em fly. He just give 'em no more plan. Like we always say, if can. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride as we spread aloha far and wide. Ooh, Hammer Jang Gang and the Daily Pidgin Live.
How's it, Gengi? And welcome to the Daily Pidgin Live. Hi, you beef stew. My name is Andy Bumatai, and I will be your chat moderator. That's right, bus driver, hall monitor, whatever you like, call me. Hey, you know what? Today, our guest is Augie T, comedian Augie T. He is running for council, but we had a little talk. I told him, hey, we don't talk politics here, so we're going to talk about things related to how he feels about changing careers again. I'll explain that a little later. For those of you who are just joining us, this is the Daily Pidgin Live, and here, okay, we practice aloha. We avoid the three calls, political, medical, and cynical. So, again, if you are the type who likes to type in all caps and get in flame wars with people who don't disagree with you, this is not the place, okay? Get plenty other places for do that. Here we get people who, look different, act different, believe in different things, but we asked that you take the things that separate people and check it at the door when you take off your shoes. Here, we concentrate on what brings us together, what we have in common, not what separates us. If can, I would appreciate it, okay? And also, we start the show with what we call the Romper Room. And if you are lucky enough to be old enough to remember when she went, and I see, of course, she never have one glass. I went do the upgrade and I went get the glass, okay? So we talk small kind pidgin here. And for those of you who sometimes go, hey, Andy, your pidgin sound kind of howly nowadays. Here's what I have to say about that. You're right, okay? Because, like plenty of Hawaiians that when migrate, the pidgin fades small kind. But we do our best, okay, for talk about things Hawaii and, again, practice the aloha spirit. So, let's do the Romper Room, okay? Hey, there's Susan. Oop, let me bring you back down to the bottom, right? And there's Louise. Hey, how's it, Mochiki? Oh, excuse me, Mochiko Chicken. And there's Nani Aloha. Thank you for the nice email. I will respond to you soon. And there's Opai Almoro and John Stanton. And Susan get plenty things for say, so I gotta pass her up because I already went say hi. And there's Rick. Hey, how's it, Nancy? Oh, okay. And there's William Humphrey and Yamamoto-san, right? And Robert Leslie. How you guys? Everybody looking good or what? Yeah, here's Tina Rose. And there's Mark Hill. I'm not reading the comments. I just kind of going through the names here. And here's Lisa from the Facebook side. We simulcast into YouTube and into Facebook. Oh, and before I forget, hold on for just a second. Let me get to the bottom of the chat. If I miss your chat, e kalamai, the baga go quick like a swift sometimes, so I don't catch everybody, right? But for those who have been asking on the Facebook side how you can do what the YouTubers do, and that is the super chat, which is like a tip jar, and you can go, you like support the show. Cannot on the Facebook side, but I'm gonna post a link here. Hold on, boom, there. And then I'll post it on the other. I'm on Andrew Bumatai on Facebook and Andy Bumatai. And I just posted a link there if you'd like to make a donation and support the show. And so There you go. Okay, so let me back up small kind. Oh, hey, I went Miss Louise's super chat, talking about super chat right there. Okay. Oh, how come I not click on eyes on the bag on like, oh, look how small. Hey, make them more big. What happened? Wait. Whoop, whoop, whoop. There we go. Oh, this thing. What a way. We gotta start over. Mahalo, Louise Marie. There's the official. Mahalo for the super chat. Glad I went back on. I would never have spockenized that bugger. So there's Daniel and hey, Keola P's in the house. Yeah, how's it, young blood? And let's see, going back and oh, Mad Statter here, of course, our regular. How's it, Gina? Good to see you. And let's see, Pualani. Oh, Michael Oyama. Captain of the K crew, right there. The K crew are the people who just type K. I'll explain that in just a bit. Hi, you, Marlene, on the Facebook side. And there's Ann. Oh, hi, Ann. How you? Oh, there you go. Nice to see you. That's a friend from Hawaii here. Does PR and a bunch of wonderful things. And let's see. Here's Frank Madrid. Who stay driving? Okay for now. Hey, never mind. Be on the on the show and driving at the same time. Oh look, there's me. How's it, Andrew? No, that's the link I posted for the no-fee PayPal link. You know, PayPal sometimes takes money out, but this is a personal thing for donations. Yada yada. Okay, but anyway. Wow, Messenger's so fast, hard. I know. Tell me about it. I am right here going, oh, wow, hey, nice lamp. Oh, yes, the Kim Taylor Reese lamp came in today, so I set them up. Yeah, there we go. Hey, how's it? Mochiko Chicken. Thanks, for the super chat. Oh, yeah, that's the right one. I thought I went miscue again. Kind of hard nowadays. How's it, Bruce? Hey, Andy. The Kind. Yeah, there you go, Bruce. And the Kind covers a lot of subjects, does it not? Ooh, the lamp is beauteous. Oh, thank you so much, Susan R. Again, Kim Taylor Reese was a guest on our show, and I was in on his website. You know, we were looking at it, and I saw the lamp, and then Uncle Blacks, when super chat the cost of the lamp, and said, "Buy 'em, Andy." So I did that, and then I think his local boy, was it Iea? He knew the shipping was 25, so he went to cover that. So that's the Hammerjang lamp right there. Okay, I don't know if you can see them close here. Take a look here. Right there. Ah, me, mahalo super chatters. Yeah, that's right there. Mahalo. Hey, mahalo Nancy. Took me forever for figure it out. Oh, private conversation. Avert your eyes. That's right. Avert your eyes. Uncle, you get something else in the room. Gotta move, yo. Gotta move, yeah? Got something else in the room. Gotta move. You know what? Gonna take me a while to figure that out. And I put the lamp that was over here. I moved the drum and put a little table. You guys, hard observant, huh? Yeah, that's what I did. And that's not a candle in there. Don't worry, you guys. It's one of those bulbs that are supposed to look like a candle. But I kind of like the motion. Yeah, that's what that is. I hope that's what you were talking about because, you know, me, sometimes kind of hard because I went misclass that day. Sorry, been having small kind of allergies. Not bad, but, you know, when, you know, people cut their lawns and different kinds of stuffs. But believe me, there are worse things, huh? That's right. Yeah, Uncle Black. I know, he's Uncle Black. Oh, excellent Kim Taylor Reese lamp. Yes, it is. Who Andy from Henderson, Nevada. Oh, yeah, no shame. Put where you from, you know, because we get plenty of new people here. Steve, what's this? What, from your old Makaha days, eh? Right there. That's my high school friend, Stephen Danielson. Hmm? Okay. Let's see what else we got. Nice lamp. Ooh, gotta make the kind camera. Gotta make the kind camera. Well, yeah, it's the lamp cam, right? Small kind when I get a little more time because I'm trying to say how's it to everybody. Andy, did you get the book? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Now, it was delivered, but of course, we're all locked down here. So my daughter went to the post office today. Pulani, thank you. Pulani sent me a nice book on living aloha and the spirit of aloha. Get all kinds in the book. Haven't got a chance to get into it, but mahalo. Hey, hey, what's this, Jason? Huh? Hello from Kentucky, Mississippi, the island. Oh, Mr. Kentucky, Mississippi. From Kentucky, Mr. Island. Oh, yeah, bro. Yeah, well, here we are. Hopefully, we can give you small kind reminiscence. That's right. New Mexico. How you, Carl? Yeah, today's Holo Holo. We're gonna go through. Where we're gonna go? Kaneohe, or we have. Let's see, what else do I have? Or Mililani Eva Beach, and yeah, might be Kaneohe. I am not sure. Someone yesterday asked, "Can you go through the leeward side?" And I would miss the chat, but I go back and watch the shows and try to do my best. We lucky I have you, Uncle. Mahalo. Oh, thank you, Rich. I am lucky to have you. The Hamajang gang. That's right. And anybody who doesn't know what Hamajang is, we call ourselves the Hamajang, because Hamajang, I always say, is like taking your silverware drawer and throwing it on the ground, and the knives mixed up with forks, mixed up with spoons, because here, we look different. We come from different places. We speak different, have different religions, different political views, whatever. But here, right? Again, we concentrate on what we have in common. We are the Hamajang gang. A lot of people would say, "Hey, you guys are a bunch of poi dogs." Hey, mahalo for the compliment is what I always say. How's it, Chris? Aloha from St. Augustine, Florida. All right, on. Thanks, for checking in all the way from Florida. Sorry so late for you guys. It's what is it? It's quarter to 4 o'clock here, and what you guys about gotta be eight turtles or something. Almost, I mean, quarter to 9. No, more than that, huh? See, I'm again showcasing my public school education that I'll never take advantage of. My bad. All right. Glad to see you making more videos. Wow. Jason, this is probably the 122nd live show in a row, you know. And for all you guys, who go, "Oh man, I thought you was one comedian. I mean, check in for laugh, like that." This is not a comedy show. The stars of this show are you. Are you? Is you? Is you guys? Let's go with that. I love Pidgin. You just can't ban on make 'em work. That's how. Okay, 9:45. There we go. Thank you, Kauiolana. Um, uh, did I say that? Yeah, Kauiolana. Nalu Lolo. Thanks, for the super chat. Hello. And if any of you guys, donating on the Facebook side, I'm sorry I can't see it. I would love to acknowledge you. And this is a wonderful opportunity to thank the people who have been donating on the Facebook side. I assume that you don't want your names to be said, so I don't, but mahalo, in fact, especially for the one just before we went on the air. Thanks, from you and your husband. Appreciate that. This is a cup I stole from my wife. She's a teacher, and it says, "Don't make me use my teacher voice." Her students give her all kinds. She works with third and fourth graders, and sometimes younger, depending, specializing in people having trouble reading and stuff like that, which is probably why we get along so well. That's all. Yeah, let's see. Okay. Hey, Andy, how you? Hey, aloha, Brown. Oh, thanks, Kamuela, man. Yes, in fact, I have your clouds for turtles. I just brought it in, haven't even looked for it. For those who may be just joining us, right? The for turtles is a little intermission we take at 4:30. Hey, what is this, Louise? Oh, look at this. Please, Louise. If that's a mistake, okay, serious, Louise. If that's a mistake, and people have done that, and they'll, you know what I mean? Please let me know. We can take care of it. It's easy to fix, okay? But mahalo if it isn't, and if it is, ole pilikia fix that bugger, okay? So no worry, beef curry. Hey, I will never forget that holo holo Kamuela, man. Yes, he has some beautiful holo holos. Yeah, we went to Kamuela, man. He's in Kamuela, and he shoots videos of, he puts a camera on his truck like I do. And yesterday he took us through Waipio Valley. Oh, beauteous. Steep road. Whoop, wow, I know. Okay. Aloha, Danny Settle, and happy Friday. Yes, Danny is the moderator for our group on Facebook. It's called Daily Pidgin Live. I know. Once that creativity starts firing, there's no stopping it. Yeah. Ooh. Young Augie. I was in from the Facebook side. Hey, Kiki days bring back so much memories. Much mahalos, Andy Bumatai, for all the laughs. Much love and aloha. Thanks, Young Augie. Oh, and look your avatar. You get the whole gang in there. That's how right there, carrying the kids. One looks like one sleeping. Yeah. Okay, let's see here. Dawn on the Reef. I used to give talks in schools, 3rd, 4th grade, my favorite. So alive, yeah. And now not most of them, plenty of them have their own phones. I know. Yeah, it's a new world. How's it, Island Boy? Yeah, that's right there. Look, Andy. Oh, who we get for interview today? Augie T, comedian Augie T, and he's running for city council. We're gonna talk small kind about that, but I mentioned to him, hey, we don't talk politics, but I am interested to see how a comedian, approaches running. We might talk about that, but I said you cannot campaign, okay? Hi, aloha, my avatar crush. How are you? There we go. There's Nancy right there. Oh, hey, look, Augie's coming in early. What is this? Oh, missed call. Augie, I don't know if you're watching the show, but we could bring him in. You want to start early? We do that. Maybe we get to the Four Turtles and the Holo Holo and all that. Andy, please play the Hammer Jang Jang song so we can watch Wild Willie dance in her chair. Yeah, let me bring in Augie and remind me of that, okay, John? Let's try to bring Augie in. Let's see what's happening here. Boom. And I will give him a call. There's Augie. And let's see. Ugly. You there, bro?
Let me get my glasses.
Okay. You heard that. Let me get my glasses.
Let me get my glasses, please.
How you, brother? Looking good.
Good. All right.
Yeah, hey, you know what, bro? You're like Brooke. You early, which is against the law in Hawaii. You know that, right?
That's all those years of like coming in late.
Which you're trying to compensate.
Mm.
Get
Trying to
settled.
find forgiveness.
Yeah, we get settled in. We hear.
Understand? I don't like this view. This is like, I'm comfortable, but I don't like this view. Maybe I'll go in my mom's room. How's that one?
Well, I don't know if we go sit, go make sure the bed is made. What are you on your
My laptop.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if it was your phone.
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah.
It wasn't so hot. I'll go outside in my backyard, and because I get the earphones.
Yeah. It looks like you still got your Christmas lights on.
Yeah, it's the stairs. The cats love this, bro. Yeah, the cats.
Well,
love this stuff.
Yeah, get comfortable, bro. We can follow our small kind,
Yes, maybe right. Oh.
This is typical Augie. How can I improve things?
Tree. Am I going in my mom's room? Nah.
They sit next to your mom.
It's just you know what? Actually, it might be good under the plumeria tree.
Oh, look at that.
Come on, man. You know what?
Well, try to keep the Trump banner out if you don't mind, because we are a non-political group here.
Oh, right. That's for me. That is for me to just make everybody pissed off in my house. Let's see. Yeah, maybe this might be nice, Andy. I like this view.
Well, just as long as it isn't wind, that's all we're concerned about.
Beautiful is this right here.
Oh, that's it. You're a little dark, but can hardly.
Oh, I'll go move them. I just go.
Yeah.
You still good? You on at 4 o'clock, yeah?
Huh? No, we've been on for a half an hour. We're live right now, bro.
Wait, hold on. So we on live right now?
We've been live since I called you up.
All right, beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, welcome everybody to my house.
Yeah, there you
this.
go, bro. Oh. Hey. You got settled in. You know what? Here's the thing. You look more popolo than you normally are because of the white background, Maybe can you shift slightly to your right a little bit? No, that's left, bro. Your other right. Yeah, right there. Because then look how nice. The blue sky.
Look at this. This is what you get. Hot Ever Beach.
Oh, that's great, bro. Hey, some people right now, they'd kill to be in Hot Ever Beach.
Well, the thing is, even despite being so hot, because we've been places where it's really hot.
Yeah.
But this is pretty good. Like, go to Okinawa right now, or, places like South Korea, where it's like, even like the Midwest right now. I was talking to somebody in Massachusetts, and the guy was so excited to be talking to me, and all he could talk about how hot it was in Massachusetts. So.
Yeah,
we're lucky.
That's the thing about weather, though, bro. It's like an elevator. There's always somebody will complain about how fast or slow or whatever about it.
Right.
But if you're ready, we can get into it. You got a beverage?
I do have. I don't know what it is, but like I'm hooked on like sparkling water.
Well, that's good, bro. It's better than soda.
Yeah, no, and it's refreshing. I like it, So
there you go.
I'm ready to go.
Okay. Well, first of all, bro, congratulations. I know you got through that primary, right? And again, like we talked about, we won't talk about campaigning stuff. But what I'm really interested in, Augie, is how hard it was to get people to take you serious because you're a recovering comedian like me.
I think you and I have had many conversations about doing this, and I think it started back maybe 10 years ago, Andy.
Yeah.
We were on a trip and I was like, I might consider running for office. So it always was in the back of my mind, but not until about 5 years ago when I started working for American Oil in the Big Island, and then, with Shansitsu, the lieutenant governor, and then going around doing my daughter's foundation at schools and community centers, raising money. And I just saw there's a need to maybe step up. I have an overachieving daughter that wants to save the world, and she's always, challenging me. She goes, you challenge parents and school students to step outside the box. Why don't you step outside the box? So finally, after 28 years of doing what we did, making people laugh, bringing smiles to people's faces, I thought I jump on a new roller coaster ride in life.
Well, but what really, what I have trouble with, okay, is, how we automatically deal with hecklers, right? Now, in politics, how is the muscle memory of dealing with somebody who tells you something they don't like about you different from how you do it if you're asking for a vote? You see where I'm going with that?
Yeah. Good question. I think one of the things that I had to learn is the one, for a lot of people don't know, but, I boxed as an amateur and a professional. So that took a lot of discipline, and it's not a team sport. It's, about you. And I had to work really hard in, developing a style in boxing and working hard at the craft. And then came stand-up. That's another thing, right, Andy? We work hard, and people never see the first 10 years of bombing or nobody at the show. Everybody sees the last, 18 where there's people in seats and
exactly. It's Augie T overnight Augie success.
Yeah, and that took years. I've had to learn to adjust everything the last year, and that question is awesome because I've been working hard at becoming a better listener. When we're on stage, it's all about us, and we control the narrative, and it's a different vibe, man. I have to really listen, because now not everybody coming to see Augie and going, yeah, Augie. People have concerns, people hurt, people disappointed, and I gotta be able to listen and serve them. Yeah, and that's the biggest challenge.
When you say serve them, and pardon me, but I'm probably like most people. What does a city council guy do? It's like I keep thinking of it like a part-time job, and they make speeches. I mean, what do you do?
Awesome, Andy. Thanks for the question. Yeah, we take care of your needs: water, sewer, rubbish, police, fire department, emergency medical, our everyday necessities. We make sure, and we keep the mayor accountable to that budget.
Wait a minute. You mean if I have trouble with my rubbish, I can, and you win, right? You're in Mililani. I can call you up and go, bruh, they never pick up my rubbish, or they went bust up my can. Are you serious?
Yeah, if you live in my district, absolutely. Well, absolutely. I think that's the cool part about this, And I was talking to past city council people, and they said that's going to be like the most rewarding thing when you can actually help somebody on that simple thing, like picking up the rubbish.
That sounds like a huge headache. I mean, all the people, you get a pothole, and you know how people are, they get one pothole in their neighborhood. Oh, life is terrible. And you have to deal with individuals like that? Yeah. You have to be able to respond to the people in your district. And, the people in our district,
not to get political again, you asked me now. I jumped in early because I felt there was a need to people to understand what Augie was about. And, I wanted to go knock on the doors because I wanted to hear people's concern. And the top concern that we have in our community right now, Andy, in Mililani, Waipahu, Ever Beach, Waikele, is public safety. People worried about crimes of opportunity. Kapuna's getting, harassed in Waipahu, and that's one of the things that I am going to work hard at because that's what people are asking for.
Well, let me ask you this now. Okay, if we're gonna show and somebody doesn't like you, they leave, right? You knock on somebody's door and they don't like you. Gotta happen, right?
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing that's changed me as a person. Again, it goes back to the 28 years of working hard and becoming good at what you do. And you know this, Andy, we walk in and people at the show, they're there for see you, they're excited, they want to laugh. And I got to take myself out of that now because, we know not everybody like us. And now more than ever, I'm beginning to see that not everybody's a fan of Augie T. And I have to learn how to humble myself. And again, becoming a good listener. And there's for somebody to erupt that way or get mad that way, you got to figure that out. Why?
Well,
and
yeah, bro. But what I'm saying is, how hard was it to make the transition from a comic and not go, oh, bro, you know why? Because I went through this and that. You have to actually close your mouth and. Yeah, it just blows my mind that you would want to do that. It just, I don't know. It just blows my mind.
Well, one of the things that I'm totally thankful for when you and Frank came out to do my first fundraiser, you talked about my growth and you've seen me, you've known me now for almost all my life. And,
I got to tell you something, bro. Hard to say no, bro. You can come help me out with Frank and all that kind, right? But what where was I going with that? Okay, here's the question.
Okay.
When you were a kid and you were a boxer, you mentioned that, right? And you went, oh, I can do this. And people, nah, you too skinny, you too whatever. And then you golden gloves, right? And then when you started coming, oh, you think you, Andy Bumata, yeah, forget it, you stupid, blah, blah, blah. And then you accomplished that. Okay, now, how much of this new challenge is you just liking challenges? You know what I mean? And is it really about politics, or is it about you going, I need to, I need a new challenge?
Part of it is having the new challenge, and the other half is because I've been able to work directly with my daughter's foundation. You just see a need to want to try to fix things. You look around and, for the last couple of years, I've been that guy that driving in my car and ask the questions like, how come I get this much on my paycheck? Why am I paying so much taxes? Why I have to sacrifice so much, just to send my daughter to school? Why my mom and my dad having to move into my home, after working their butts off and their tails off, but not having enough money to have the right medical services and yet be able to live in a home for their own. And that's the kind of questions that was plaguing me and just grinding at my heart for years. And I always felt like comedy in a small way was like serving. And there are many stories, and you probably have some great ones too.
Here's
where people come up to you and they go, hey, I had one bad day that I came to your show, I forgot about it. And in some small way,
yeah,
they kind of mix.
Here's one of our viewers, right, having fun, and she's asking, Augie, is comedy serving the truth in a funny way?
What a great question, huh, Andy? I bet you like tackle that one, huh?
No, you in the hot seat, bro.
No, one of the things that I love about hanging out with Andy and listening to the 28 years and we've been friends that long, Andy.
Yeah, easy.
28 years, you always talk about how we are reflections of society.
Yeah.
As a comic, we learn to find the stupidity in all the problems. And now my job is going to try to fix some of that problems.
Yeah. But
in some small way,
but
comedy.
But there's the difference, Augie. There's the difference, right? You when you're a comic, you're a mirror, right, of what's happening. You watch, you see what's happening, and then you repeat it in a funny way and try to diffuse it a little bit, make it a little more palatable. You know what I'm saying? But what you're heading into now is actually trying to change it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I just see nothing but frustration, especially, I mean, pardon me, I mean, go for it, you do what you like to do, but with so many people disillusioned with government and stuff, and you were on top of the world, why go head on into this quagmire?
The God's honest truth is my heart to want to help and serve. That is the God's honest truth. I gotta wake up every day and ask that same question, and I've really counted the cost in this thing, my heart is in the right place to take that leap. And like I said, man, this last year has been an amazing time of discovery for me. It's made me so much of a better person. And if I can change the way people see politics and being genuine, having integrity, working hard, and not, I know, when I say I'm not a politician looking for a job, I'm not, I'm an everyday guy that honestly is being challenged. And I love that because I think more and more of us want to step outside the box and serve, but we hear about all these craziness. And then maybe one day I get to share about that. And maybe I get to, after going through this experience, I'll be able to really explain or really can tell you guys why it's difficult to run for office. But in the meantime, man, I'm enjoying the process. And it's, like I said, it's making me a better person. And my heart is there to serve.
Yeah, here we have Rich Osaka, and he's saying, I do local, not state or federal. It's all BS. You see what I'm saying? Right there. I mean, you're on a local level. So let me ask you this then, Augie. Okay.
Yeah.
Have you had to change your view of things? I mean, I know that you're trying to help people and stuff, right? But how many new jokes have you come up with about this?
That's the thing that I'm trying to get out of, because it's so easy for us to go in that space.
Yeah,
it's so easy.
Reflex.
I'm telling you, I have great people surrounding me all the time, and I get great people always reminding me, I know you want to go to your safe spot. About what we've done the last 28 years. I think, honestly, we can see both sides of the spectrum, and I want to be that guy that's able to listen to the guys on the right and the guys on the left, and, and have that honest conversation so that we can get things done. Because at the end of the day, running for political office, especially city council, it's a nonpartisan race. It's about people and not a party. It's about people and the people's concerns.
Well, when we talked before the show, I was telling you, here we have people with all sorts of political views. I mean, there are people that goes, oh, you should go to so-and-so's personal page. And I said, hey, you know what? Here, right, we concentrate on what brings us together, not what separates us. And I think that's what the city council is supposed to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
Now,
and that's why And that's why I was really not only fascinated by that, the seat, but the fact that, we can really work with both sides. It's not a Republican and Democrat thing. It's a people thing. And that's what I'm about. That's what I've been about. And that's what we've been about for, years. Is like, we got to come in and talk to everybody, right and left.
Yeah, everybody. Now, but here's the thing. Are you looking at politics as a new career, or are you saying, look, I want to run once, make some changes, and get back to my life?
Great question. I don't know, Andy. Right now, I feel like I sacrificed so much in this last year that I have no other, it's just I have to go straight on. I don't know what the next couple of years is going to be like. And I've told people this, look, if I don't like the job, and you know me, there'll be many a times where I go, hey, I don't like something, I'm going to do something else. And because I'm that kind of a person, if I like something, I'll work my tail off and at doing the best job that I can. But if it doesn't interest me or bore me, I'll also, okay, thank you, that was awesome.
But is there a danger that you want to win so bad, and that you're the kind of person that just puts everything into winning, and suddenly you win and go, this is a hassle, I don't like this. Have you thought of that?
Well, being an ex-professional fighter, you train for yourself.
Okay.
That's the beautiful thing about doing this right now, because you don't know what the outcome going to be. All you can do is work hard and know that you never miss anything in this process, especially me. I feel like there's so much that I got to prove, and there's so much I got to say, and there's so much heart I want to give, that I want to make sure that everybody hears it. Because, especially now with COVID, I feel like, man, we're at a disadvantage. I cannot go door to door, because if I could, I would be at everybody's door right now. And up until COVID, I did 10,000 doors, Andy. So again, going back to the question, if I'm preparing like I prepare for a fight, there's a first round to everything, I'm going to be okay.
Wow. I'm sorry that I keep rolling back to, why do you want to do this? It really is. And the 5-cent psychologist in me, and I know you well, right? It's, you might be just like heading into a fight, lose no matter what. How long is the term if you win?
4 years.
4. Okay.
4 years.
That's not
4
bad.
years.
And how often do you have to do it? You got to go in the office every day, or how does it
work? Well, it is a part-time job.
Oh, okay.
But man, I think that's part of the reason why politicians get so complacent, because it's a part-time job. I'm gonna prepare myself, and if I get that opportunity, I'm gonna surround myself with good people that work hard for the community, and that means I think in order for be successful, I might have to be there, full time at it, and that's okay, because that's what I chose to do, and like I said, man, my heart is there for serve, and if that's what gonna take, then that's what I'm gonna do. And that's the cool thing. I'm meeting so much awesome people, Andy. So much amazing people that have passion for the community, that make changes. And that's why I'm excited, because I'm going to bring on some smart people, people that have the same mentality and ready to roll up their sleeve from day one.
Yeah. You know what, though? And here's another capitalist pig question. You know me, right? How can you give up the money of show business, bro? You were packing, you know what I'm saying? You were packing big rooms, and all your everything you touched were sold out, and now you're giving that up to work part-time, and knock on doors and stuff? Maybe I'm harping on this too much. You know what I mean?
But I've met with a lot of politicians who said your life shouldn't change. So, the comedy in me, I don't think it never goes away. And man, what an opportunity if I get the chance.
Yeah. Look, Mark here says the idea of an office job scares Andy. It does.
So, see, that's another thing, right? You know me for a long time.
Yeah.
I've always had a job. So I've been able to work a day job.
Yeah.
And I think at one time, I did morning radio, went to a day job, and then did comedy in the evening. And I've always lived my life that way. So, I'm excited. I have no idea what the future holds for me, except, my heart is in the right place and I'm ready to rock and roll from day one.
Well, you know what? And again, at the risk of being devil's advocate, and, we talk like this, when we're talking personally and stuff like that. You are about to head into an arena of some of the most uptight, straight arrow, square heads in the world. All the people that used to bug you when you were in high school and they worked in the audio visual department are now going to be your bosses. Right? Have you processed that?
I have. And like I said, I think it's having that mindset to, again, having the heart to want to serve.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, that's what I have to do. I have to be able to pick up the calls of the people in our district and try to solve the problems, or try to work with other representatives and senators in the district, a city council, a new mayor, and bring up the issues of what's concerning the people in our community. And a lot of people want transparency in the way we spend our money.
Yeah.
And as well as I do, we on a fixed budget every month. And none of us buy stuff we cannot afford, right?
Yeah.
We don't buy stuff that we cannot afford. So how about if you had somebody like me that basically just said that?
Yeah.
Hey, amazing, your abbreviations, your codes, but at the end of the day, you know what people want in Mililani?
Yeah.
You know what people want in Ever Beach? They want to know if we can afford that. And if we cannot afford that, maybe we shouldn't buy that. If we cannot afford to finish it, maybe we should stop until we get money to fix them.
It's funny, in government it's called deficit financing, but on the real world it's called bouncing checks. Hey, I want to read you a couple. Here's a couple viewers.
Okay.
Jason said, I work in government and wish we had more people that cared about others more than they care about themselves. How's that? That's cool, real. And here's another one. Here's Norris, and he says, "Oh, you're gonna be awesome, Augie," right there.
I love the picture. Look at that, Andy.
Yeah, that's a boxer right there. So he knows
Yeah.
what you're talking about when you said, you train for yourself. I have to tell you, Augie, when you said in boxing you train for yourself, I'm going, I thought you trained to beat the other guy. Could you explain that a little bit?
Well, when you're in a boxing match, you kind of know who you're fighting, but you never know. And that's why when people always ask me about, you get nervous when you jump on stage. I do feeling I got when you're walking into the ring. You don't know what the outcome, you're going to get punched in the face, but you don't know what the outcome. And you have to prepare and train yourself to either change up in the way things are happening in the ring. And that's why for me, like, I like the discipline of coaching, and I appreciated the people that was in my corner, because there were fights where I got in, no matter how amazing shape I was in, I wasn't fighting my fight because maybe I was circling the wrong way. Maybe I needed to jab a little bit more. Maybe I needed to put pressure. Coming back to the round, to the corner, I was able to make assessments and adjustments, and you gotta be able to be open to all of that. So when I say training yourself, you have to train yourself to be in condition and to make sure that you're fighting your fight and not that guy's fight.
Yeah, you know what?
And
though?
you make adjustments. Yeah.
Yeah, Augie, we had a what happened to my buttons here? Hold on here, going funny. Okay, right there, that thing coming back now. We had a talk years and years ago, and when you were first getting into comedy, right? And I asked you about your fighting career, and you went, "Oh yeah, yeah, yeah." And I asked you, what did you hate most about the boxing side, right? And do you remember your answer? You said, I don't like getting hit. Do you remember saying that?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So you know what I love about Mayweather? People hate him because, you know, he's not the kind of guy that likes to get into brawls.
Yeah.
You know, he's
smart.
a great
He's
defensive fighter. Yeah. And that's when they say, you know, the sweet science.
Right.
That's what I loved about boxing. You know, why are you going to allow yourself to get hit?
Yeah.
Learn how not to get hit, right? And always be on the offense. And for me, I remember I had weeks where I just worked on my jab. People don't understand how important a jab is in throwing off any guy. And learning how to circle, learning how to stay on your toes, learning how to cut off the ring, learning how to, you know, pull in a guy. And those are things that I cherish more than, you know, getting into a brawl, because I used to love the sweet science of bouncing in, coming up, slipping, going to the body, moving out, jabbing, and not getting hit.
Well, nobody likes to get hit, you know what I'm saying? But that's the part, and again, to kind of, you know, segue back to this new career, right? You will be unable to avoid getting hit. You will not only get hit, Augie, plan on being plummeted from all directions by people you can't fight against. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking as your friend here, because I know you don't like get hit.
Correct. So, you know, I'm looking forward to a lot of bouncing and slipping, and you know, the last 10 seconds. I always tell people, like, even the people on my campaign team, we don't want that much guys. And you know what's so cool, Andy, about this whole thing is, you know, I have a step brother and a cousin who, when we were young, the closest ever. You know what I mean? And you know, we get older, they do their own thing, and you know, they both got in trouble with the law.
Yeah. And
I tell you, man, those two guys, every morning, let's go, hold sign. I go, we don't need. Come on, let's go. And I've been able to reconnect with family members, and I think that has been like the most awesomest time this last year, is that I'm connecting with my family, you know, my brothers, and I think that's what's gonna help me through this next 4 years if I'm honored or blessed to, you know, be the councilman in District 9.
Yeah.
Is that, you know, I've been able to surround myself with some great people to lean on and to vent on, and you know, like I said, man, it's been a life-changing experience.
You know, I remember when I traveled with Danny Noe, right? And when I was working with the Democratic Party, and for all you guys out there, I'm not going to get political, because I told them I don't do issues, okay? What I'm here to do, you know, Republican, Democrat, or, you know, whatever, get involved. That was my message. It was, I don't care what you believe, for or against me, get involved. You know, that's the case. Like, you know, people would, you know, see that Trump banner in your house and, oh man, blank, you know what I'm saying? Or some people are going, yes, right. But
yeah,
you know, whatever your groove is, get involved. And that I gotta give you credit for, because I think a lot of people from Kalihi or Waianae or whatever. Oh, if Augie gonna run, man, maybe it's time for me to get involved then.
Yeah, and I think that's the my ADHD acting up, so I gotta stand up, Andy.
Yeah, yeah.
So, my I think
Go
that's
knock on some doors. Take us with you.
Hey, these guys, if I become the city councilman, these guys better be ready for me to just stand up and walk out, so that I can, decompress. But yeah, no, that's another thing that I feel so thankful for, that I get that opportunity to give some local guy or local girl an opportunity to step up. You don't have to be the smartest. You don't have to be the brightest. If you have the heart to want to do it and you want to serve your community, do it. Don't let anybody tell you you cannot. And you said that earlier, Andy. Growing up in Kalihi Valley, I heard too much of that. And you and I have talked about our own personal challenges with being dyslexic, ADHD, and not being able to sit down. Right? So, I'm so appreciative that I get to tell that story. Yeah. I don't let anybody tell you cannot. I don't believe in that. I believe that, hey, man, like you said, get involved or shut up. Yeah. It's as simple as that.
Yeah. And what? How worried are you about people starting to dig into your past? When you go into politics, bro, every piece of dirty laundry you ever left behind will be on a line in front of everybody. How are you handling that, or the preparing for it?
Yeah, I own it. There's a lot of things, people can easily just go back and take anything that we've said. And we talked about this, your Showtime special.
Yeah.
Your Showtime special. I thought if Andy did that bit this day and age, you would get so much ridicule. That Showtime special.
I did back then. You're talking about the refrigerator bit? Yeah.
No, not the first Showtime special.
Oh, just talking about ethnicities. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. How edgy that was. When was that? Like 1982, 83?
82, 83, yeah. And it's funny. And then Joe Coy and all these other guys, they do it for a living now, but still they put up with heat,
Correct. Yeah. So, I'm an open book. I tell people I've been an open book for the last 28 years, you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, my heart is, again, it goes back to the heart to want to serve. You know what I mean? If people gotta go and get desperate to go, pull stuff on my past just so that you can get on $65,000 job, then shame on you, right? And I think people in this day and age are a lot smarter than that. I think people looking for honesty and integrity, and
but it happens every day. It happens every single day. But they say things about us now, and we're comics.
Yeah. And I'm an open book. I take ownership of all the wrongs, and whenever I was wrong, I've always been first to apologize. I have no problem with apologizing. And I think there's more integrity to that than anything else.
Okay, here's another question. Here's another question, and again, I'm playing devil's advocate here, and I love you, brother, right? But what about someone who says something about you that is completely untrue, and it's getting traction? And for the people who are listening, I want you to know there was a rumor going around early in Augie's career that he was the love child of me and Emmy Tomenbang. Do you remember that?
That's right.
And it got traction. So how would you handle that?
And that's one thing I won't ever deny. And I'll own it, and I'll go, so what?
No, but if someone said something about you that was completely untrue, I mean, have you thought about that? It's like preparing for a fire in case it happens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why, I have good people around me. They'll probably, helped me through that situation. But at the same time, you gotta shut down the noise too, Andy.
Yeah.
What people don't understand is that there's a lot of people involved in my life. It's helping me through this process that's been in the public eye, that served, and they too been attacked.
Yeah.
And those are the guys that I go to, when I feel something might happen, or how should I respond to things if you hear stuff like that. And it's like we've done the last 28 years. You just gotta shut the noise off.
Hey, I have a suggestion for you. And again, I'm not in politics and don't want to be. But if anyone says anything that's completely flat out, blatantly a lie about you, call a press conference and you just say, oh, this is Augie T, and I would just like to address these allegations about you know what. Okay, so here's my official response. Not. Mahalo. Thank you for coming. Imagine everybody go.
How about it? Yeah. I think in this day and age, we need more people like that to just do that and just say, hey, stop.
Yeah. But you know what? I think people who are even watching you now, I mean, you're not slick. You're still thinking about what you want to say. Your answers aren't like automatic and stuff, When they're not, I think that's going to be where people go, uh-oh, Augie went across the line. How do you hold on to that genuineness?
I don't think you can, Andy. I think you just got to be the person you are, and I'm going to be Augie, Am I a little different from the past? Maybe, because, we're learning, this is a new roller coaster ride in life, like I continue to say, and, I'm learning how to be a better listener, and I'm learning to bite the tongue a little bit, think it through, and then respond correctly.
Okay.
So it's a nice, I'm digging it, man. I'm enjoying this whole thing, honestly.
Yeah. Do you purposely stay away from the humor? Well, I know that, like in other interviews that we do, it's like me, bro. You're always looking for the punchline and stuff.
Sure.
Are you purposely, or will you purposely, when you speak in the future, should you, go on to win this thing, avoid humor?
That's a good question. Only because I think, like I said, it's part of our process. I think there's going to be times where I think it's needed. I think there's going to be a time where it's needed to lighten maybe the conversation. And there's going to be times where, like, just absolutely stay away from it. The sad thing is, I worked for 2 politicians prior to this. So I'm in the office and you get other staff members that talk to other people and they go, it must be good fun now, Augie, in your room. He must crack jokes all day. And they go, nah, he's kind of boring.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, you and I both know that the process of comedy and coming up with it, if people had to sit in a room and watch you and I write jokes, a lot of times it's just hard. Well, let's take a break, bro. I'm getting a headache already. I mean, how many ways can you say, a pink frog isn't funny? You know what I'm saying? And we understand that you can't joke about certain things, but, just promise me this, Augie, that at one point you will do the not... I want to be able to say, oh, that was my idea right there. You see, when you not.
You told me, like, I think even with comedy, there's a time to turn it on and then turn it off. People don't know how much energy it takes to get on stage and talk for an hour.
Yeah.
And we did this, every weekend. And, for you on the road, you did it Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And, there's days where, like, I don't want to even be bothered, you know what I mean? Because you need that much energy to perform at your very best. And, you know, like all the jobs I've done in the past, this one I'm going to take the same way. I'm going to work extra hard. I know there's a lot I have to do to prove to people, and that's okay.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's, you know, I'm here to serve my community.
Yeah.
And
you know the
making sure.
difference? Augie, the difference is that if before you became a politician or attempting to be one, and someone seen you at a restaurant and they, hey, Augie, and you went, you know, bro, try for eat, you know what I mean? And they would go, ooh, temperamental artist. That's why he's so creative, right? You do that as a politician, bro. That person is gonna tell every person that, you know, Augie, you know that guy, I'm not gonna vote for him because of this. Every waking minute of your life will be scrutinized as a politician.
You know, believe it or not, Andy, it's kind of like that side, you know, being interrupted at dinner or getting stopped at the store because somebody want to take a picture on selfie. You know, we've lived through that. And it feels almost the same way. And, you know, I've always been the kind of person that will stop and listen and talk. And, you know, we lived a pretty cool and blessed life. You know what I mean? To do the things that we did. We get to travel, we get to do, you know, so.
Well, you know, I used to tell politicians, in fact, I said this to Danny Noy when he was alive. I said, you know what? You and I basically do the same things, except I can admit I'm not telling the truth. You know?
That's right. That's right. So just imagine if I just became that guy that's told the truth. You know, like, I think we live in a society right now that, you know, we're looking for perfection. And when we don't see it, we get so upset, you know, and that's why, like, I'm hoping, you know, I would have loved for somebody to follow me around with a camera because I would love for people to see this process. This is a tough process, you know, sitting down, planning out your week, looking at districts, how many doors you got to knock, coming up with the right verbiage for whatever you have to say for the day. It takes a lot of work. And I wish people had the opportunity to see the process.
But work never scared you, bro. You know, we had that talk before. I mean, you can be smarter, better looking, more money, whatever. Nothing beats hard work. Here's an interesting comment from Rich Hosaka. He said, Uncle, you're right. Maybe let the young buck go. He heard. In other words, maybe I'm being a little hard on you, you know what I mean? But again, what I'm doing, and I did this to you early in your stand-up career, you know, I like to play the devil's advocate and be that guy that might make you go, you know, I didn't think of that, and then you're prepared when it comes up in your real life. But you know what, bro? We're gonna let you go.
No, hey, and that's why I appreciate your friendship. A lot of people don't understand that a lot of the advice I got from Andy, and Andy makes a joke about it. All the advice that I gave Augie, he never listened, but I did. Yeah. That's the thing. I did, and
well, let me explain that for a second.
Okay, go ahead.
No, what I say on stage is, you know, when I was working with Augie early in his career, I made a number of suggestions. None of what he listened to. I mean, things like, but don't repeat things. You know, do this. You know, don't say, oh, you know the dog. You know the dog, and then and you broke every rule there was, and then became, you know, Hawaii's most popular comedian, right? On top of that, proving that you can do things your own way, and that was the upside. And I think you're going to apply that to politics.
I think so. You know, and that's the only way we know how to do it, Andy. Is at the end of the day, we're gonna work harder than anybody else in the room. That's because so many times we've heard you cannot. Yeah. You can. Yeah. You know, I heard it so much time. You cannot relate to that side of the island. You cannot do this. You cannot do that. And you can. Yeah. You can. And I would rather hear it from friends like you giving me advice, you know, because it makes me a better person. And I honor that. I appreciate that.
It's
because
not
at the end,
advice.
dude, I know 100% that
Yeah.
hard work, you know,
Yeah, well, you don't
erases
want,
all of that.
and you don't want people blowing smoke up your okole. You want somebody to go, hey, you know what, Brian? You know that your days in Camp 4 housing. Get ready to see that in the newspaper about why you shouldn't do this, that, or the other thing. But anyway, bro,
Yeah.
we're way over time here. I'm gonna let you go because
Over.
oh, bro, we got 45 minutes apart. I told you, I promised you a half an hour. You know?
Nah, man, we good.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
appreciate you having me on. That's a pretty design. I gotta come up and check out the man cave and take
Yeah.
notes.
Yeah.
You know, maybe in the future you'll see me running from office like that right there.
It is the future, bro. This Rona ain't going away anytime soon.
But you know, I could see myself talking to people every day in the district this way. What a great way to connect with people in your district, you know, just to ask questions. So
Well, that's how.
There
And
you
look,
go.
look at this. People can chat in real time. We can bring it up, and you
Yeah.
say, "Here's Wild Willie thing." Oh, thank you. And then here's Brian.
Thank
oh,
you.
what? Running for office. Look, see people coming in. Here's
that
another
is
one.
awesome, man.
Mahalo, Augie. Thanks.
Oh,
Yeah.
you
here-
see,
Go ahead.
now I know. You know, and I see myself doing this a lot now that with COVID. I mean, what a beautiful way to just connect with people.
Yeah.
So you're doing it, man. You again ahead of the game. That's what. Hey, if I told you that Andy was the one that created in the car,
Don't go there. Don't go there. Don't go there.
but Andy, you know these a lot of people don't
Yeah.
understand. Like, man, this is another guy. Once he puts his mind to doing something, it's like next level stuff.
Wow.
Next level stuff. So
Wow.
I appreciate you having me on, man.
I appreciate it, brother. I think you reached some of the Hammer Jang gang here, and
Hammer Jang Gang.
that's what we call our group here, the Hammer Jang gang, because we all mix up all kinds. But you know,
Awesome.
like just I don't know if you saw this one here from this is my riding buddy Mike Holberg right here, right there. Oh,
Oh.
in fact, I tell people all the time. I was talking to Frank B. Shaner, right? One of my best buddies, comics. You know him, right? And he is a dyed-in-the-wool Republican, right? And I was, me, I'm the Democrat, right? But we used to surf almost every day together, fight like cats and dogs in the car about this, that, and the other thing. When we get to the water's edge, we turn to each other. Okay, from now on, we Republicrats. And he goes, yep, boom. And then we have good fun, and then we get to the shore again. Okay, now that thing about you were saying, you know what I mean? And you can have good friends. And I miss the days, and I'm hoping you can. Here's my political speech, and then I'll let you go,
Okay.
bro. And that is, there was a time, if you liked apples and I liked oranges, I would say I prefer apples, and but enjoy your orange. Nowadays, it's I like apples and oranges suck, and you should die because you like oranges too. Yeah, I mean, like, what? Whoa, bro. Let's bring back civility to the whole deal.
And I think you and I grew up around the time where it was like that.
Yeah.
And that's a sad thing. And I think a lot of people our age lost hope in government. I grew up with government giving me a hand up, and I'm gonna always be appreciative of that. And and I respect both sides of the aisle. And we need more rational thinkers. We need people who have heart and want to serve. And I think there's a great opportunity to honestly make some changes. So,
Yeah.
hey,
I'm gonna leave you.
thank
I'm
you.
gonna
That's
leave
my
you.
pitch, bro. Right
Okay.
there, that's my pitch.
You got it, bro. I'm gonna leave you with a line that used to amaze me when I was traveling with Danny Noy, right?
Yeah.
And he would always end his speeches. He would say to the crowd, "I'm not asking you to vote Democratic. I'm asking you to vote with your heart." And a lot of people said, that involves not voting Democratic. And he said, if that's what your heart tells you, you go with that. Mahalo.
Yeah.
And thank you,
and
bro.
and that's what we are missing right now. I think
Yeah.
guys like that in politics, man.
Yeah.
You
There we
know,
go.
so I have a lot to learn, and it's going to be an exciting couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And we're going to rock and roll. We're going to swing, Andy.
Swing,
The
bro.
fight. This is another thing that my coach told me. You can win the match, the last 10 seconds of the fight. You know when you're watching boxing and you hear,
Yeah,
you ever
that
heard
10
that?
seconds. Yeah.
That means you might be losing,
All right.
but now's the time to swing and swing hard. And that's what I'm gonna be doing this next 70, 60, maybe 60 something days.
Well, win or lose, bro, I think you made some friends tonight. Thank you so much.
Thanks, man.
bro.
Appreciate it, Andy.
Okay. Aloha,
Thanks,
bro.
everybody.
Now I gotta find the Skype so I can say mahalo and okay, here we go. Boom. There we go. Aloha, bro. There we go. Whew. Okay, I went Vala out too much on there. You know, you have to understand too that, you know, Augie's. You know, I think of him kind of like my son. You know, I mean, because when he came up, and you know, when he was first starting and stuff, we spent a lot of time together. You know, and I did everything I could to talk him out of doing this. I don't know. Okay, you guys, you know what? I'm going to throw this four turtles up here. By the way, thank you for all the super chatters who came up. I didn't want to interrupt, you know, with my, hey, thanks and mahalo. So thanks, you guys. I saw them, but I just couldn't throw them up as quick. Let's take a little break. We'll come back. Maybe we'll go a little long today with the holo holo or whatever you guys like to do afterwards. But what do you say we do the intermission? This is some clouds provided by Kamwela Man, and I have not seen this, so let's enjoy it together. Ooh, I don't know about you, but I feel laid back now. I love how when people say, "Oh, I remember the days when I used to just lay on the grass and look at the clouds." Funny how you need to be reminded of those days, you know. Imagine doing that, you know, just laying on your back and looking at the clouds, and then suddenly realizing you're in downtown Honolulu on Bishop Street. Hey, what the heck? What I was thinking. Anyway, mahalo once again to Augie Toba, and you know, it's going to be an interesting ride to see how he does, you know, and what he accomplishes, you know, and if he makes it and all that stuff again. So coming up in the interviews, tomorrow we have Keone Nunes from Waianae, and he's now living in Tahiti, and he does the traditional tattooing with the, you know, with the implements, no machines, with the, you know, this tick, 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 the tapping and all that. And he also is, you know, a Hawaiian historian. So we'll be able to talk to him about that. Then following that on Sunday, we have Stephen Espanola coming in from San Francisco, ukulele virtuoso. He teaches ukulele over there. On the 30th, that's a Monday, we have Loretta Oblis, Broadway star, and she'll be talking about her days at Kennedy Theater in New York, playing Bloody Mary in South Pacific, one of the most successful Broadway shows ever. And then on September 1st, we have Wyland. He's on the mainland, I think in near Hermosa Beach there, and talking about, you know, what he's up to. Then we have Senator Brickwood Galatario following that, and then a secret guest on the 3rd, who I'm not going to announce yet, and then Kehau Jackson from Australia on the 4th. Amy Hill. Kehau Jackson is a comedian from Hawaii who has been working in Australia in 3-woman shows and this type of stuff. And then actress Amy Hill from Magnum PI, Sunday, September 5th. Then Vance on, Amy Hill is Saturday the 5th. Sunday is Vance Morimoto. And then on Labor Day, surf legend Jerry Lopez. So that's what's coming up here, and I'll be adding more to it as we move along, but that's what's up lately. Okay, so now let's see. Let me check here. Good night, young blood. Okay, Keolapi, good night. There we go. Good night, young blood. See you tomorrow. Everybody saying good night. There we go. Wow, Jerry Lopez. Yeah, Simber. Called him up and he said, yeah, let's do it. And he also said this, I enjoy the show. So he and different members of his household there lurk the show here, or maybe some are on and we don't realize it, I don't know. but he was very gracious, and what a wonderful guy. We'll talk about, his life with surfing, of course, and then he's a yoga master at this point, and what he's doing in Bend, Oregon, which is, I think, where he is in Oregon. So there we go. Looking forward to having Uncle Vance on the show, and he doesn't have to be moderator. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Hey, just Pauhana, and wanted to stop by and say aloha. Oh, how's it, Opihi, man? Yeah, you missed Augie Toba. In fact, we're gonna wrap up here in 5 minutes, so we're gonna talk a little bit to the gang, see what's up. Hey, good night, Keolapi from Vicky Asato. How's it? Hey, aloha, Opihi man. Nani Aloha says, hey, how's it, Opihi man? Good night, Keolapi and Tegan. Wow, can't wait until Amy Hill. Oh yeah, I interviewed her on the mainland when I was doing my show in the car, where I interviewed people in a car, and this of course was years ago. And what a nice person. Brooke Lee introduced us, and then I said, hey, how about, she said, yeah, let's do it. It has a funny story about her and a boyfriend she had going to the zoo. I'm gonna make her tell that story. It's so funny. Hey, how's it, Michi Mama? Wait, still trying to catch up here. Hold on, I gotta stop the chat so I can catch Michi Mama. Thank you. Mahalo for the super chat. And again, for those who I may have missed, thanks. Hey, Wade, I don't believe it. How you, Wade? He's a really nice Japanese boy, Wade. Remember that we did that song? This is Wade Kuruiwa, guys. You remember him from the Fabulous Crush? When I was working with the Crush, Wade was there, and what good funs we had. Oh my goodness. There we go. Good to see you, Wade. I'm gonna put you up there just again because I like go. Hey, how's it? There we go. Yeah, he's on the Facebook side there. Okay, let me see what else we got. Hey, good night, Stephen Yoshi. Steve Yoshi's going in. Hey, look at that. See you tomorrow. Andy, Jerry Lopez is amazing at snowboarding. Yes, up the Pacific Northwest. And also, his stand-up paddling thing. And when we talked on the phone, I said, I really want to get your impressions on foiling. They're doing the foil surfing now, and see if he's going to get into that. Andy, I was hoping for 20 kicks on the hardtail with the jockey shifter. Yeah. Well, no. I'll tell you what, I do have one. You know what? I gotta tell you, let's do that. You keep asking about motorcycle stuff, and I know I haven't been putting them out there, but I'll tell you what, Robert. Here we go. I was looking for 21 kicks on a hardtail with the jockey shifter. Yeah, I have this one. Let's take a visit back to December before the Rona hit and all that, of course. I don't know if you are familiar with our Toys for Tots, and if anyone isn't, every December, about 5,000 bikers get together and raise money and toys for underprivileged kids. Here's Wade. LOL. I'm trying to remember the song. Remember that? Kuru, iwa, iwa, kuru, iwa, iwa, eh. He's a really nice Japanese boy, kuru, iwa, iwa, eh. That's what it was. Remember, we used to do that. Oh, everybody had a song that was his. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna play this thing. I think it's about 5 minutes long, and then as for Broderick, he keeps asking, Robert, this is for you. This is last year's Toys for Tots, which I MC every year. Here we go.
acts like a young man, puts this young man's heart in the race. His eyes are bad, his spirit is glad, he's got laughter in the lines of his face. He's an old man with a working hands, likes to stick him in the land, build up his place. Now this young man loves this old man with laughter in the lines of his face. Young man, don't you make plans, you're too busy doing. Old man, keep making plans, teeth too old for chewing, heart too full for blueing, world too full of ruin to get caught up in the chase. He's got laughter in the lines of his face. I'm a sleepy man with calloused hands and a brain shaped like a guitar. I'll find my own path in the aftermath of a good woman's love and a falling star. I'm a simple man sucking on rhubarb jam that I grow from plants in my backyard. Got him from an old man with the family in his hands. He done left this world, he worked so hard. Young man, don't you make plans, you're too busy doing. Old man, keep making plans, teeth too old for chewing, heart too full for blueing, world too full of ruin to get caught up in the chase. He's got laughter in the lines of his face. I'm a spoiled man with a purple crayon, trying to draw my way out of this room. With my good wife, I'm gonna live a favorite life, laying out underneath the howling moon. I'm not a young man, more like an old man. When I'm an old man, I'm gonna laugh long and loud, like the belly of a thundercloud, like a papa sunburned and proud in a photograph. Young man, don't you make plans, you're too busy doing. Old man, keep making plans, teeth too old for chewing, heart too full for blueing, world too full of ruin to get caught up in the chase. He's got laughter in the lines of his face. He's got laughter in the lines of his face. He's got laughter in the lines of his face.
There you go, gang. Thanks so much for watching. Another big mahalo to Augie for being our interviewee today, and thank you for watching. Aloha.